All right. Hey everyone, I'm tinahacks. So this is Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap, which is a remake of the 1989 Wonder Boy 3. It's real good if you haven't played it. Super fun casually. I'm going to front load some information because I'm going to be pretty quiet for the first part of the run. There is... this entire run is manipulated. The first part of it is really, really important to get right, so I'm going to be pretty quiet during that. We'll find out super early on whether this is an impressive run or just kind of an okay one. So basically every movement that you see for the first 4 minutes or so is setting up an RNG seed for 2 extremely early drops that I want, 2 boomerangs. If I get those, perfect. If I don't get those, there's a backup so that I can get an extra boomerang with a little bit of extra manipulation. Not a huge deal. But yeah, so this is real fun. Of course, we are still going to be supporting Take This, and Natalia is going to be with me. She's going to be talking about Take This and reading donations occasionally. And
hello.
Yes, so I think that I am pretty good to start, so I think we can just go ahead and get it underway.
Sounds good to me.
So here's the story. We don't care about it because this is a speedrun. This is on easy because easy is fast. So we're going to see a fireball here, and that is how we know that we haven't screwed up yet. So each of those double hits is a fairly precise input. If you screw it up, then the manipulation is already over. Kill him off screen, that's good. So you're going to see me dropping to the retro mode, which I'm not going to show off here specifically because this area is pretty bad with flashing lights. It skips a cutscene every time that we go into a boss room. If we're super ahead of estimate, I'll show it off in the final boss. Alright, this part's pretty tough. That's intentionally one more.
Really beautiful.
Oh gosh, yeah, the art is just fantastic. We jump there and delay so that we don't get hit. This lets us get out just a little bit earlier than normal. And those 2 hits also help set up a high coin drop right here. So we've got 15 gold, which is the exact amount that we want to have. Yeah, so we can hop back and forth between retro mode at will. There's no speed difference between the two, although I find non-retro has a lot better in terms of just visual cues for things that I want to do.
Oh wow, those graphics are so different.
Yeah, and what's really cool is that the engine is doing all of this all at once. Completely seamlessly. You can hop back and forth at will with no time penalty. Alright, this part's pretty tough, just the next couple screens are stressful. We're about to find out if we screwed up or if I get a boomerang. We're doing well so far.
I'm obviously rooting for the boomerang.
One would hope. So this being any percent, save and quit is totally allowed. Which is good, because save and quit is fast. See how many individual animation frames I can show off. as I'm opening chests since that freezes the game. So now we're going to buy a sword, which costs exactly as much gold as we had. So we're poor now, which is a bummer.
You're poor, but you have a sword, so...
Can you ever really be poor if you have a sword?
Accurate.
Alright, we're still on. So, the most important thing about these boomerangs, right now as a dragon I can only throw one of them at once. But they count as magic spells, which is cool, especially because magic spells don't slow you down like normal attacking does. And these are magic spells that replenish themselves. So the rest of the manipulation for this area is going to be me setting up for the most favorable boss fight pattern that I've found so far.
Okay, while you're running through that, let's talk about a couple of donations incentives. Our first donation incentives really come into effect around 6 o'clock with the Soul Blazer run, and there we have the option to name Blazer the main hero. So if you wish to do that, it's currently wide open, and the top 2 will be chosen as it is a race. So definitely good opportunity to get your chosen name in there. ActRaiser is the next game with open donation incentives where you will name the master. And following that, happening tomorrow morning, is the Final Fantasy II run, where you get the opportunity to name the first 4 characters. If you're looking to donate to maybe a different incentive, the Secret of Mana run by Yagamoth tomorrow morning Eastern, mostly afternoon though, you have the opportunity to make the run glitchless. And if you do that, you can also send the boy and the sprite on vacation. So it's $250 in order to make the run glitchless, and $150 to send the boy and the sprite on vacation. And we've got $15 towards each currently.
Alright, so this is Mummy Dragon. Pretty easy to get this fight relatively consistent. You just want to hit him twice and then hit him as far left as possible, which skips one of these spitting steps. So a lot of this movement is based on my positioning. It's one of the few bits of unmanipulatable stuff that we end up dealing with. And so we get cursed again, and now we're a mouse. But we're a mouse that can walk on walls, which is pretty nifty.
That is pretty nifty. Oh my god, it's tiny and cute. I cannot even.
I know, it's delightful. So I'm gonna let the music play. I really want to get to show off the art assets in this game, and the music is definitely among them. Just enjoy the little squeaky jump sound that you get with the mouse. So, as mentioned, the dragon was only able to throw 1 boomerang at once. Everybody else can throw 2. That's just due to sprite limitations on the original system.
this a good opportunity to read out a few blurbs?
Absolutely.
Fabulous. So, as folks watching are probably aware, we are currently fundraising for the charity of Take This. And Take This helps people in the gaming community suffering from mental illness by letting them know they are not alone in their struggles and there are treatment options out there to help. Take This travels to various conventions, such as the PAX events, to set up their AFK rooms, professionally staffed safe places available for anyone who needs a place to regain their calm. And I'm sure any of us who have been to any sort of convention, even the smaller ones, they can be really overwhelming just due to the amount of people that are there, and even sometimes just the excitement itself can become overwhelming. So the more money Take This can raise, the more conventions and marathons they'll be able to have and staff these AFK rooms. So definitely very worthwhile charity.
It's a good group and they do really good work. Definitely something worth supporting.
I like that cute kind of ghost thing with the witch's head.
Yeah, they can be real tough to deal with, but
yeah,
all of the design is just fantastic in this game. The original design was super cute. And it's a bummer that I don't show it off because visual cues matter in a speedrun. And the music is just stunning. Alright, this room's real tough. These green guys will do most or all, depending on my RNG state, of my health in one hit, even with the extra heart that I have for marathon safety. So, only an idiot would be unwilling to stop, or to continue holding forward. Alright, and it's time for our next boss, which is Zombie Dragon. Definitely the most exciting boss of this speedrun. Now's a great time to talk more about Take This, talk about donations, really anything.
I was going to say, one thing we can do is we did get another donation from Dangerous to Go Alone, who donated $10 saying, "Take this! I tried, Natara. I tried. You assigned the full 10 to your choice." Well, thank you so much. And we will definitely put that probably towards one of the Secret of Mana donation incentives, because I want to see that glitchless run. Yaga does good work, and, you know, keeping him here for longer, even better. So thank you so much for that donation. And along with that, so again, we have lots of donations, but we also have prizes. So it is not just donation incentives. If you donate, the biggest prize that we have, the one that's really fun, is we do have a Marathon Grand Prize, which so long as you donate $50 cumulative across the week's marathon, you will be entered in to potentially win a SNES Classic, very generously donated to us by Casual Geek Dave. So I know I'm definitely looking forward to that. We have a bunch of different marathon prizes, which are for single donations throughout the event. And all of our prizes, I believe, no, they're all in the incentives document. So check out our incentives document and you can see them. But we've got we've got skirts, we've got a skirt, we've got some clutches, we have beautiful pins, which are official Take This merchandise, which are usually only available on site. So definitely give that a view.
Alright, to catch everybody up, we're a fish now. Surprise. It's a new curse. This time we're cursed to be able to swim.
Really terrible day to have a curse?
Yeah, it seems like an upside, but...
Yeah.
So anybody who has played this game, the original or the remake, casually, is probably going to really enjoy both the lead up to what's coming up and what's actually coming up. Let's take some health here. So this area is kind of famous for being the first large difficulty spike in the game. Those for later. And we are going to buy dragon scale armor, which lets us swim in lava. Seems pretty good.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, once you have dragon scale armor and you can, it seems like a great idea. It's like a nice hot bath. Neat. Alright, so coming up is a pretty interesting glitch. I'm gonna let everybody enjoy it, and then after that... let's keep on moving. Gonna let everybody enjoy what's coming up, and then after that I'll explain what's happening. So this is called, unsurprisingly enough, the flying fish glitch, or swim glitch sometimes. So anytime that you're swimming, if you change directions, you move just a tiny bit, just a couple pixels upwards. In the original game, it was just 1 pixel upwards. And turns out that there was no check, just because, of course, checking things is really expensive on retro systems. Computationally speaking, there was no check for whether or not you were still in the water, which meant that the fish was able to fly. So, add to that the fact that the remake adds just this little bonus area. There are these challenge areas called unknowns, and they put the unknown for the bird, which forces you into the bird form, in an area where the fish could have swim glitched to, and suddenly we're able to skip a pretty sizable portion, about 7 minutes worth of the game. We're also going to go get the best armor, or the best sword, not the best armor. We remain a glass cannon for most of this run, even with marathon safe strats. But we're going to get the best sword, and we're going to get a bunch of gold that we'll be spending later on. So everything here one-shots me. To answer Prof. Ness's question, this is in fact an extremely impressive emulator. The Blizzard Cube team was nice enough to send one of their devs out to AGDQ when I ran this there, and the under-the-hood details of what's going on here are just staggeringly cool. So we are now going to transform to the mouse, and we're going to lose the bird for now. We can't transform into the bird via these transformation areas or via an item that I'm going to be purchasing soon. The bird wasn't actually unlocked. We have to kill a boss to do that, so we're going to go ahead and kill the boss right now so that we can just be able to fly forever. This is for sure the hardest part of this run, just because we are way under-geared. We're here with a form that we're not supposed to have here. It's possible to access this area. That's the entrance to another secret area. But everything does so much damage if you're a mouse that it's supposed to kind of give the player a hint that it's really clever that you found this. Go away. So that Tasmanian sword that we just purchased and equipped automatically gives us the ability to change between all of the forms that we've unlocked. It turns out that the mouse is too short to be able to finish this area. That's a bummer. So we need to be a fish, which already does almost no damage, and now I need to listen for an audio cue. 3-frame window, and we got it. Cool. I think we're on the right seed for this. No, we are not. That's a bummer. I'll take that, actually. We were going to purchase that later.
Just gonna pop in here quick with a $10 donation from Mylon Z saying, "Name Blazer Valkyrie." Thank you so much for that donation, oh Lord of the poison and earth.
Alright, we're through that room. That room can get pretty hairy, and it certainly did not want to disappoint viewers. A little bit more exciting than I prefer. Now it's on to the boss, but first we're gonna grab a safety potion for obvious reasons. Alright, this boss is real tough to do well. It's real easy to ruin the run. The windows for these sword slashes are very, very narrow, and if you miss it, well, if you miss it, that happens. The RNG is such that he can do between one heart and the entirety of my health with my current gear. And as you can see, I'm doing very little damage even with the best sword in the entire game. The game does not want me to be here right now. So that armor that we picked up earlier is real nice because it means that I didn't need to sit through... Wrong button. So we are going to go pick up a couple of MacGuffins that we need to finish the game. And then we are going to be on to the last area. But yeah, the game gives you a lot of hints that you're not supposed to be in certain places. Oh, also that's the lion. You never saw him because we skipped his area of the game, but we have him now. He's real nice. So we just picked up a item called the Magic Saber, which we're going to be using. And we're picking up our last bit of gold, and we're going to purchase a key. Because, of course, you need to figure out that you have to purchase a key in order to get to the final boss. That's definitely not the button that we want to hit. There we go. So the Magical Saber has one use in this game, and that's it. And we're onto the Vampire Dragon's Castle. We've been told in the game's manual that the Vampire Dragon has the MacGuffin that we're going for, which is a cross that removes curses, like the curse of being a dragon or a bird. Right, so now, that armor that we picked up earlier, we're going to go ahead and equip that. It has two very important properties. Property the first is that it has much better damage reduction than anything that we would have in a world record attempt run. Property the second, though, is real interesting. It also affords us one extra death. So there are secret passages in this game. Take that little bump there. Bummer, but made it through. That room is called the Hellway, for what might be obvious reasons. Take fast turnaround, so we're just going to wait here. Cycle.
Are you actually getting to change between, like, choose between your curses in this place, or does it just change per room?
It cycles with that secret item that I picked up, the Tasmanian sword. It's a real important part of the speedrun.
It's weird to see the bird walking.
The bird's walk animation is super cute. I'm going to show it off for a moment.
It's really cute, but it's just weird because it's like, oh yeah, flying. It just kind of hops.
Exactly, it hops like a bird.
I like it.
Alright, so we're coming up on the boss. Looking at the time, I'm going to show off the cutscene that we skipped.
Oh yeah.
So anytime that the boss is out of my reach, I'm going to use lightning just to force the cycle to reset. Alright, and time is when I pick up this cross. $28.37. That's not too bad. I think that would be third place. I forget the leaderboard. But world record is just under 26 minutes. So with marathon strats, this was a really, really decent run.
Nice. Do you have the world record, or is someone else holding that?
Yeah, I am the world record holder currently.
Well, GG.
Yeah, every so often I see somebody else starting to grind down the game, and there's resources that I've made so that people can pick up the manipulation for this category real easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was a fabulous run. I know I really enjoyed that, and I certainly hope that everybody else did as well. Okay, so in the meantime, though, we are going to start getting ready for our next run, which is going to be Year 7, run by Delm. So that should be exciting. I just got to see a little bit of it, and it's really pretty. So if you like more pretty games, you're going to see one. So unless, Tina, you have anything else to show off?
Nope, that's pretty much it. This is super fun run. I'd recommend it for anybody. So let's go ahead and get started setting up for Delm.
Perfect. So we'll see everyone back here in about 15 minutes.